Alright guys, here we have it, game 7, and it is Arabia between Tatoh and Melkor. I now have the overlay up, and both have chosen Koreans. Oh my gosh, and Melkor says 11. Yeah. The theme of this final, and much of the tournament, has been towers, and as you guys know, Koreans, even in standard Age of Empires 2, AoC, they are very popular for their towers, so even more so in Age of African towers. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Obviously, we're going to be seeing that. To what degree, I'm not sure, but I think you should just prepare yourself for a lot of towers. So I'm going to just fast forward a little bit as I look at the maps. That's the one nice thing about the Rex. So here we have Tatoh. And he's been more known for his towers than Melkor. Melkor has mainly been dealing with the towers, and he's been making his own towers in response. But maybe he'll go offensive, who knows? Because when he did go offensive, I believe in game 5, did a good job. I think it was a pretty easy win for him. So the gold's on the right-hand side for Tatoh. There's a small hill here, and hills are going to be interesting with the potential of towers. His stone is on the front. His main stone's on the front, which is not the best. I don't see any stones on the back. He has deer here if he wants to collect. 7 of them, actually. On the left-hand side is his wood line, and he has a secondary stone on the left as well. Other golds just on the front, but I don't like Tatoh's map at all. His one wood line here, I mean, I guess the nice thing is that it's close to the TC, but there's a hill. Everything's open on the front, and a lot of his resources are exposed. And there's hills on the pretty much everywhere. It's not actually a crater, but if there was a hill in this area, it would be. So I really don't like Tatoh's map. It's really open for him. But maybe his preparation, his practice in the T90 no wall mod series helped him. A little bit of self-promotion here. But I guess I can because it's my stream, so who cares? Anyway, Melkor's here. And we'll take a look at his map. And his map really isn't the greatest either. He's gone to this woodline way in the back. And that's way up on a hill as well. There's a woodline on the left-hand side, and it's just not going to be ideal to use this area because of all the hills. He does have an area he can wall, so maybe he's going to be able to, secure this area. But, if towers come up, it's going to be in range of a lot of this woodline, and not going to be ideal. So you have to look at the other areas, and he has a woodline below. That's where his main gold is, and that's also forward. So pretty much, like, if there's a 8, 9, 10 tile range available for a main resource, it's bad in this scenario because the towers are going to just stroll right in. Good thing for Melkor is he has stone on the back. Some deer there next to his mill, which is always nice. His other stone is forward. So we might see Tatoh run forward onto this stone. We might see Melkor run forward onto this stone. We might not see towers at all. I'm guessing we will. But since I inserted that shameless plug, I will tell you guys that Bakht and Yo are going to be playing on either the 6th of August, which is a Saturday, or the 7th of August, which is a Sunday. I'm going to contact them today, and I'm going to hope they can do the Sunday, because I like to go to the beach for 2 days, go on a mini vacation. Otherwise, I might need to change what I'm going to be doing, but... nobody's saying that Tatoh did a little bit of the weird mill build. That's actually pretty funny. I was talking about that on the stream the other day, so I wasn't really paying attention to the builds too much. I'm gonna pay attention to the early feudal age, but we will know right when the click comes in what the builds are, and we'll take a look. Yeah, Tatoh's advanced to the feudal age on 19 villagers, so he definitely did do a different build. And there's a certain build you do. You only send 2 to the forge, which I don't know the exact build, so, don't ask me the specifics of it. But it's very specific for trushing, and there's this one guy who just trushed over 4,000 games. He trushed me, and I watched his games, and that's what he did, and I thought it was weird, but it's actually very specific. And Tatoh, keep in mind, this is game 7 of the final. He has placed the palisade walls on the stone to know what Melkor is doing. He's gonna see that Melkor's on stone as well. And he's running his villagers around this way. So I'm going to slow it down to like 56 speed And he sees the wood line here, so Tato's gonna run right this direction. And this is a really ballsy tower if he's gonna go for it and run behind. But if he gets it, it's gonna be so clutch. So clutch. I mean, we talked about how this area is gonna be bad for Melkor because towers can go behind it. So if he gets behind this wood line, that's gonna be great. I thought maybe he'd tower here, but he's gonna go back here. And he's gonna go all or nothing. And you know what? Melkor might just be close to seeing him here. Oh. Take a look, and oh, that villager's just run right by, and it's just a matter of if Melkor was paying attention. You could just see the girl villager there, and now he sees the scout. I think he might have just spotted it, but he doesn't know where the villagers are going. This is interesting. Both players going for forward towers, and well, what other way would you end the Enter the Sahara finals? Has to be a Trush War. Has to be a Trush War. Korean Trush War. And look at Tatoh running around with this scout, just delaying these villagers as much as he can. And all there, look at this. The villagers are running around. They're going to find the tower. Tatoh, can he get it up? There's only 2 villagers building it. I think he's going to be able to get this up. He has to task the villagers. Oh man, it's very, very close. Melkor actually only attacking the one for a moment there. And that might just give Tatoh the edge. Oh no, not getting up now. Not getting up now. More villagers coming over. Tato's probably gonna commit his villagers to a fight because they're probably gonna go down. And he's picked off one. He's lost one of his own, and he's gonna lose that other one if he does not run away. But here comes the tower now from Melkor. Look at this. He's just gonna put it up here and maybe try and walk his way in to another tower. Something you'll see. It's like a trail of towers. That outpost has gone up. This is probably gonna be walled off. That was very close and very important for Melkor. That woodline was precious to him. Tatoh still doesn't see this. Keep in mind, he lost one villager there. He went up with less pops, so his economy's probably not the strongest. And that's a good tower. Good tower for Melkor. Right on that woodline. We talked about the woodline issue from Tatoh. That is a beautiful tower, and he's going to be able to go for another one. And Tatoh's going to have to go for a tower in response, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And, oh, that would have been so nice for Melkor just to go around here and build one here. But he's actually going to run back to his tower. And Tatoh, oh man, Tatoh's going to get there first now. Melkor's a little bit of hesitation may have just cost him woodline because Tatoh's going to run right back here. He knows this is important. He's going to build a tower there. That's really nice. But he has to probably build another lumber camp because some of these villagers are going to run in range. Unless he's content with garrisoning them and trying to take it out. And oh, Tatoh spotted this now as well. The Korean line of sight is really huge. He spotted this as well, and he's gonna just take out these villagers or push them away anyway. And that tower's gonna go up from him. Man, we need a tower command. How many times am I gonna say tower? We tally that up. Tato's gonna wall this up and be in a good position. That tower's actually out of range of those villagers, and Tato's gonna lose a villager here. Very, very close stuff, but he needs to wall that up. And Melkor just wants to fight this. There's no advantage with villagers now. This is exactly what African kingdoms gives us without a balance. Villagers pushed away again. Tatoh just needs to just tap on these walls, man. He just needs to wall this off. Melkor is just being persistent. And yep, completely walled off now. Melkor's not going to be able to do anything. Wow, that was very interesting, but not at the same time. Alright, I'll speed it up a little bit now. So, pretty good tower placement from Melkor, but disappointing he was unable to do anything more with that. Like, had he started that other tower earlier, he hesitated. He ran to the left and to the right, and that hesitation cost him getting up that other tower. Meanwhile, Tato's gonna run forward and build a tower on this stone. And, I mean, I think he's just concerned with locking down the stone more than anything. That's my guess. Like, if he holds to this area, that's going to be a pain. He knows where the gold is. And speaking of which, does Melkor have any gold? Oh, look at Melkor's wall here. Look at Melkor's wall. He must not have scouted that. I'll take a quick look. I don't know what that is. Like, you can see his visibility. I don't know what that wall is. Maybe he thought there was villagers there or something, but that's really peculiar. But anyway, Melkor's trying to wall this off. He has his other golds here. That's what I was talking about. His main gold here. So he needs a couple towers on his gold. All his gold's forward. Is Tatoh in the blue? Yes, Tatoh is in the blue. And he's built a tower here, and that's going to stop the walling from Melkor. I think Melkor thinks the initial tower battle is going to be it in the feudal age. Like, you know, he's getting wheelbarrow, and he's just going to try and cause problems. It's actually a very good point to prevent towers being placed there. But still, one tower being placed here is going to still, you know, push anybody off this wood line. But, you know, that's a very good point. That's probably the only reason I could have thought of, so that's good. I wouldn't have thought of that one, obviously. Tatoh building this tower, it's kind of peculiar, but I do understand it in a way. Just to be annoying, he has the stone walls around it. Obviously, the towers are strong. If he gets up to the next stage, he can upgrade. Maybe build a castle here. I go with the siege workshop and pressure in, but that's the interesting thing. I mean, Melkor talked about it in between, I think, games 4 and 5, or after game 5. Siege workshop doesn't do much, guys. Like, you say go rams, but the other person can have their own mangonel behind to take out those rams quite easily. Looks like Tatoh picking off that villager, which is pretty clutch, but he did lose his scout. So it's like, what do? You can't go with mangonels, they'll just melt. The rams, they can be focused down so easily by the opponent's, well, knights, no, mangonels, or even villagers. So it's a very difficult thing. It's like, you almost don't want to combat the towers, you just want to build your own towers. Like, that's the situation we're now in, and that's what the players are doing. Look at Tatoh's resources. I think he's going to probably sell a little bit of stone. I could be wrong, he's sending over to gold now, but he's close to clicking up. Melkor may click up first here, and he's going with his market as well. But yeah, it's basically a tower v tower battle, especially with Koreans. And there you go, Tatoh sold 100 wood, sold 100 stone, and he's clicked up. I don't think he would have clicked up before Melkor had he not sold. There's Melkor on his way up. So let's look at the build difference now. Crap, how do I actually change? It looks like the scroll, okay. 35 bills for both players. So relatively close game. My apologies with not having the bill count up there. It's just because I have my idols and everything on a scroll wheel, and the overlay runs by that as well. But towers now from Tatoh, and he is for sure content with continuing with towers. He is for sure going to be going for the upgrades, and I feel bad for Melkor, man. I just feel bad for Melkor. Like, everybody favored Tatoh going into this. I just feel bad because, like, it's just so annoying. Like, it's just so annoying, and he's just building his own tower. Like, when do you see this? When do you see this? It's so annoying. Oh, he has 33 bills. Sorry. Yeah, he does have 33 bills. Yeah. Sorry, I'm number blind. It's like colorblind, except you confuse numbers. So anyway, 3 towers now for Tatoh, and he's just gonna continue to build towers, and just very, very weird. Keep in mind that if they are collecting stone, they can maybe go for a castle to push these towers away. But just like, what is this? What is this? Melkor's put into that position I talked about, though. You know, you have to continue to build towers. He would lose this area 110% if he did not build towers. There's nothing else he can do. He can maybe buy himself some time, get a castle up, but if he puts the castle up back here, towers can still push him off his goal. And Tatoh now gets the guard tower, obviously, hitting the next stage. A little bit of an advantage for him. He has villagers in the towers. 4v4 with the towers now. And keep in mind that Melkor does not have this stone, which is really, really difficult if he wants to continue to maybe build towers to build a castle. Vodkin arrow is coming in from Tatoh right away. I wonder if that's going to be coming in. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and wow, that's really huge. Melkor actually sold stone to get the gold, and he's going to need that stone. But yeah, this is this is game 7 of Enter the Sahara, and we have just a tower war, and very interesting stuff. I'm going to compare the stone counts. Tatoh, he actually has less stone at the moment. Now university's coming up. Like, this is the play. Get arrow slits. There we go. Tatoh's getting arrow slits. Melkor, he's now gonna go for arrow slits. And like, now Melkor's been a bit behind. It's just like, now Tatoh's getting masonry, so he's gonna, you know, add more HP to his towers. Like, this is essentially what the play is. You just get all the tower upgrades. Once you take out the opponent's towers, then you push in and build more towers. And it's frustrating, but that's what it is. And I have to say, Tato's been a step ahead, is very, very wise. And what he's done has been a good move to get masonry, especially. Get that extra HP, but we'll have to see how this plays out. Tatoh, of course, having the advantage with the upgrades, but he doesn't have as many towers here, so I wonder if he'll abandon this area. MBL is challenging people in the chat. I don't think you guys want to take. I don't think you guys want to take that challenge. Woo-woo's here, and I wonder if Tato's gonna run out to this stone or look for the stone. That would just be a blessing if he finds that stone, because that's probably what he's looking for. He's collecting the relics, which Tatoh has done time and time again. Collecting the relics, Melkor's not doing that. Tatoh is just gonna build more towers behind. So, looks like Melkor is fully walled. He actually has one relic inside his walls, but Tatoh can access the other ones. And wonder what Tatoh was looking for. I'm really not sure. Really not sure. But I mean, I'm gonna make a guess that when he sees the stone, he's gonna start collecting it. And then we're gonna see a couple more towers. Here we go. He's collecting stone. I'm very surprised, to be honest, but it looks like my guess was correct. So he's building more towers here. But this is a problem for Melkor. Like, you think Melkor is doing okay here, but he's really not. He has one villager on gold. He can't be here. Maybe he should run out this direction. Just try and look for this gold, right? Maybe that'd be a wise move. Tato's best play would maybe just be tower all the golds. Like, if he controls this gold, and he controls the golds out here, there's no way that Melkor can push him back. And there's the castle. Oh, no! I don't know about that placement of the castle, though. Like, I would have preferred it to be closer to all these towers. I don't think he's actually going to be close enough to kill these towers, and they're going to be in range of his gold. But maybe he'll get the stone back. That's going to be good for Melkor. I was waiting for maybe a castle from him. I think he bought some of that as well. But that castle could have been better, and oh man, it's just so expensive to build a castle. And those towers are doing a lot of damage to the castle in the meantime as well. But yeah, I don't know about that position for the castle at all. I just don't really understand it. Tato's out here building the guard tower. It would have been difficult to put it a little bit more far forward, but I think it would have been worth the investment. Like, worth even losing a couple of villagers just to commit building that tower more far forward. Here we go, another tower now from Melkor. Stone is important now. I think he's out of stone back here. He needs to secure this stone. Towers are already going up from Tatoh. Villager's gonna go down there. Oh wow, no, he's a ninjaville. He's running away, and he's gonna probably just continue to try and build towers, and that's not really surprising. It looks like Melkor is actually run by gold, so that's what he needs, but he doesn't need that right now. He needs a stone, and he's running out here to where Tato's building a TC. Gold is pretty much Imperial Age stuff at this point. Like, no gold unit's gonna push back the guard towers, so... And I don't think you're gonna be able to raid because your opponent can build towers. So, oh well, look at this outpost from Melkor. He's gonna lose a villager. Tato's like, okay, I'll just go collect some stone with it. And ooh, a cheeky tower from Melkor on the back of this wood line. I still don't know how good that's gonna be. Look at that. Sold 500 wood, sold 600 wood. Tatoh sold more food and wood. And he's clicked up to Imp. Just abusing the market. But he doesn't have a castle. He's gonna have keeps, but he doesn't have a castle. How much does he have on stone? Well, not much. I'm just curious as to what Tato's plan is in Imperial Age. Like, my thought would be to push in with trebuchets behind the guard towers. You can always go bombard cannons. You can get chemistry and go bombard cannons. It looks like now Melkor's on this goal. Good. But that's a pretty early time, and I continue to actually change the thing at the top right. My bad. But 52 villagers for Tatoh. Gonna build another tower here. He's expecting Melkor to do this, and that's a wise move from him. Once Keep comes in, Bracer, it's gonna be a wise move. And there's the Siege Workshop, so I'm guessing Bombard Cannons is gonna be the play from him. Of course, Koreans get that extra range, but I don't think we're gonna see the additional range with the unique tech this game, because they don't have the resources. Finn64, thanks for the follow, bro. Appreciate it. Anyway, Tato's gonna be in the Imperial Age. Melkor's already clicked up now. Both with very, very small economies, though, for Imperial Age attack. 48 vills for Melkor, 55 for Tatoh, and just a lot of towers. A lot of towers. 3 villagers going... Wow! 3 villagers going down there to the guard tower. It just ran right back and went right down. I'm glad I caught that. I don't think... Well, Dave, that's kind of why I'm perplexed here, because Rams will not do anything here. If Rams came out, for example, if Tatoh went with Rams now, assuming they were on level terms with economy and everything. Oh! GG! He called the GG, wow. Well, that's the final, and Tatoh wins, but I was expecting a little bit more of a fight there from Melkor. Obviously, he's behind. 11 builds now, but... wow. Wow. We didn't even get to see the push in from Tatoh. But again, he just kind of starved his opponent with the towers from resources, and GG, wow. So, what I was gonna say was, if Rams were to push in here, let's say they're on level terms, both 56 vills, which is what Tatoh has, both hit the Imperial Age at the same time. Capped Rams come in. All that Melkor would need is Mangonel's behind. And we've seen that before. I think that Melkor was kind of